Hello, everyone who is watching me. I'm John K. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. If today is your first time subscribing to my YouTube channel, I want to just urge you to subscribe to my YouTube channel so that anytime I have a message, you get it automatically. My name, John K. My channel, I always used to talk about politics and religion, especially in Africa. Politics and religion in Africa that has conspired all our lifetime. And the way we follow religion, the way we follow democratic practices in Africa is not the way you will see it in Europe, America, maybe Asia and elsewhere. So today, I want us to quickly go to the message that I want to share with you guys. Most especially this message goes to all my fellow Africans, most especially South Africa. I base on South Africa concerning what has been happening these days recently about xenophobia. How many South Africans are attacking their fellow African brothers because they say they are taking their jobs. What did you do for your fellow African to take your job? Why? And does that one cause South Africans, you people, to be attacking your fellow Africans? And South Africa is the second largest economy after Nigeria. And these two countries, you people cannot show example to the other poor countries. Instead of you, South Africa and Nigeria, to come together and help give fund to your fellow other African countries who are poor, donate fund to them to develop their countries so that we can all come together as one. You rather using this type of attacking methods against your fellow African brothers. Then how can we develop? Africans, how can we develop? How can we develop, brothers and sisters? It's a very sad message. If you are listening to me, especially the brothers also who are in diaspora, if you are listening to me, please, I want to urge you to share to some of your fellow Africans who are especially in the South African. Please share to them. Share this message to them. It's very important. We who are in diaspora, in abroad, if you are lucky to be in abroad, brother, I would advise you to learn something. Don't condemn the white people. Even though during the slave trade, they maltreated our forefathers. They maltreated our forefathers very well. But today, through them, I will say our eye open. Through them, our eyes have opened. Through them, our eyes have opened. As Bible said, Adam and Eve eat the fruits and their eye open. Our eyes, black people, our eye open through the white people. Let's talk the truth. The former blacks in Australia, the Aborigines, they were living in the bush. Even though they were living natural life, but they were living in the bush. It is British people who went to invade that country. But gradually they taught the Aborigines many things, even to wear clothes. It is the British people who taught the Aborigines. Today they are eye open and they are now using aggressive or anger against British how they treated them, and British still apologize to them, even donate something for them, for the families of Aborigines, because it is their land. What am I saying? I'm saying it is through the British people also. We, especially the English people, English colony, through the British people, our eye open. Likewise, the French colony also. Through the French colony, many African French people today, their eye open. The same thing like Espanol, also through their fellow Spanish colony, their eye also open. The same thing to Portuguese, Danish, Belgian, and many more. All of us, our eye open, because the treatment we have been using against one another in Africa till today, it does not change. That's why Africa, we need forceful throne. We need forceful throne like Gaddafi. We need a forceful throne. Forceful throne. All this democracy they are talking in Africa, democracy. I don't see any country that is doing good out of democracy. Maybe, probably Paul Kagame. Paul Kagame have made the country, he have focused the country upon the chest of upon his heart, to serve the nation from the bottom of his heart. Maybe he is now doing well. He is now doing something good in the country. If you are a president and you are watching me also, my advice to you, the way you people are maltreating our countries after countries, brothers, president, you are my brother too. You are like a brother to me. Not because you are a president, you are above me. You are my brother. So I'll call you brother. Brothers, the way when our brothers get some powers, they let people go astray. It looks so bad. It looks so bad. For Gabon, for example. I'm talking about Africa. So everywhere I can use as an example, beloved. In Gabon, the former president called Omar Bongo stayed in power for, I think, 42 years. 42 years. Some Gabonese said Omar Bongo time, Gabon was perfect. Gabon economy was good. The same thing to when he died, his son took over the throne. He also lived, I think, 10 years. This is now 10 years. 2019 is his 10 years. And unfortunately, he had a stroke. And he cannot even walk well. He's holding a stick. He still wants to contest for president. Is it not greediness? And you have spoiled the country. Is it not greediness? The same thing happened to Algeria too. Algeria too, the president had stroke. He also lived many years. He had a stroke, but he still wants to continue. Until the people stand on their feet, protest and make revolution, protest and continue like that until Bouteflika finally resign. African leaders are so greedy. Let us see also Gambia. Let us talk about Gambia too. The former president, Yahya Jammeh, he lived in the throne for so many years. For so many years, over 20 years and over, until there have been small civil conflicts among each other, among the people, and they also make revolution, protest to overthrow him. He don't want to step down until ECOWAS came in. Economic Community of West Africa came in before he accepted to step down. And We hear rumors that when he was leaving the country, he went to exile in Equatorial Guinea. He's now in Equatorial Guinea. He took away the country's fund to go and settle in Equatorial Guinea. Okay, it is very bad. They didn't say you should share the money. Any country that people want its betterness, we don't mean the government or the authority to share the money to everybody. No. In Germany, for example, in Germany, we pay tax. We work hard. We put more effort. We work hard. We pay tax. And that same tax you are paying, my brother, there is an advantage on that. Tomorrow, if you lose your job, for example, tomorrow, if you lose your job, you have to, you register from job searching authority. There is some authority, they call it job searching, or the job center. You call it job center. They also help people to achieve some future careers or achieve some certain jobs, helping jobs or future career, whatever you want, they will assist you because you have been paying tax supporting the country. Not only that, they will let you bring your rent, house rent, your bills, especially your house rent and other things like electricity, and maybe you pay internet and some other things. That one, it will be on your own, but they will still give you pocket money. You get small pocket money, they will pay your house rent for you. Until, even though the money is too small, but this is the benefit of a country. This is one of the example I'm talking. This is the benefit of a country. You lose job, they will still be feeding you small. You'll be getting small money from them. Most especially your house rent, they will pay complete for you. They have according to rates. If you're a single person, according to how much they will pay you. If you are a husband and wife, also they grade it accordingly. If you're a husband, you're a partner with children, also they know how to manage everybody's standard. So what I'm saying, this is some of the benefit of authority. As we are paying tax, tomorrow when you lose job, they will still help you. Not only that, the country makes sure, especially the people who are planning a city, they always make sure they make infrastructures across the city in order to attract their own people and also the outsiders, the foreigners, the tourist people, so that whenever they come to some certain places in Germany, they will feel comfortable, they will feel at home. And the security is very good. German police, they work very hard day and night to protect the citizens. Whether you are a citizen, you are a tourism, they try to protect each and everybody. That's one thing I like Germany. This is one thing I like Germany. And everything is going on accordingly. If you still need loan, you need money to do business, bank will invite you, they will talk to you, they will interview you, they will make sure the city where you are living, they know you. You are a truthful person. And they make sure what you are talking about is going to be a benefit to you and the state. Then after you get the money you are requesting for. If you request for 10,000 euro, if you request for 20,000, 30,000, 40,000, 50,000, 100,000, government will give you. Beloved, this is how a nation can develop. This is how a nation can develop. But African leaders, I don't know what they are doing. They will still take tax from people, and at the end of the day, tomorrow, if that person lost his job, nobody will care for you. Nobody will care for you. They don't build infrastructures to attract their own citizens. Eh? Some leaders, they only think of streets, bridges. That is all. Germany here, government still build houses for people, brothers. Government still build houses. There is some standard of houses that they will build and they will take rent people. There's some economical houses also they build to take rent people who can afford it. Cheap for cheap, expensive for expensive. Not only that, they still build a house and sell it. Like a house, you rent two rooms apartments, that same house, they can sell it for you. There are so many advantages in Europe, not only in Germany, in Europe. And this xenophobia, you people have been attacking other fellow Africans. For what purpose? And now our leaders went to African Union, OAU summit recently that they want to make intercontinental trade to make free border for each countries in Africa so that we can trade together as one. And look at what the second largest economy in Africa are doing. Is it fair for Africans? We should not blame British people. Oh. The way they treated our forefathers, we should not blame them. They did their best. Till today, Africa be like say, we know they hear word. We don't have love. Many of Africans, we don't have love. Let me see the truth. They say truth is bitter, brothers. But let me see the truth. We don't have love. Religion came from the white people. But white people who are living in Europe here, do you think they have time for religion? How many of them have time? Only the old men and the old women have time for religion. But the youths, the middle ages, like my types, they don't have time. It is only we black people who used to associate ourselves, we have time always to, every Sunday we try to go to church, see our fellow brothers, but them, they don't have time. They focus on their job. And now we Africans, now we sabi pray. Sometimes a pastor will throw 3 weeks fasting for each member. What are we fasting for? Fasting will not bring us anything. Brothers, I also go to church. But now I have a reason of going to church. I don't go to church because of something. I go to church because of my fellow beloved brothers. I don't want to talk about that. We'll talk about that next time. What I am focusing now is about South Africa. What is going on is unfair for Africans. Fighting each other, spoiling each other's property. Then how can we develop? What do you think we can develop? This type of lifestyle, I believe, in many centuries ago, maybe before white people enter slavery, they were also fighting among each other like that. They fight among each other, white against white, until gradually, when America, after the Second World War, when America conquered Germany through the Second World War, conquered Japan and all those strong nations, America became the head, the superpower. That everything he said is ordered. It is ordered. From that time, America have been ruling the world as a superpower, number one superpower. And the same America donated funds to Germany and other countries to rebuild their countries again. And America till now is still helping, giving fund to many countries. Beloved, do you see the example of America? And until European form a union, they came together, make border free for each and everybody. Today, Europeans, they don't fight among themselves. Now, Africa won't start this kind of behavior. If you are listening to me, African, who you are in diaspora, please, I believe, say your eye don't open. You know the character and the movement of white people. Like me personally, I love them so much. I love white people so much. You know why I love them? Many don't go to church. Many don't worship God. Many don't worship God. But they have a pure heart. Beloved, they have a pure heart. If you agree with me, white people, many of them have a pure heart. Anything that he have, grudge inside him. If you don't care, call him racist. Anything that is inside him, he will tell you and be free. But black people will keep it down, deep our hearts. And we'll be making grudging. Comme ci, comme ça. Comme ci, comme ça, comme ci, comme ça. My brothers, let us stop all those nonsense and start creating love. We should start creating love for one another. Why will we be fighting against ourselves because brothers, African brothers, have taken your jobs? Why won't you also look for a job? Maybe an African man, like a Nigerian, he brought his own money to come and do business. You South African, because you cannot afford that business, you are against him. That is unfair. That is unfair for a fellow African. It means you are jealousing him. Many of them are, I believe, they are even doing self-employed. It's not factory or industry. In Germany here, I will use example. There's so many industries and so many self-employed people who are here. Nobody attack its friend. Because when you attack, you face the consequence. So my beloved brothers who are listening to me now, I will soon want to end my message to Africans, especially South Africa. We should come together. We should come together. If you are continuing doing this, I don't blame the British slavery. I don't blame the European who enslave us, because Africans will know the hear word. We need a strong man to handle a nation like Muammar Gaddafi. Muammar Gaddafi, he ruled the country of Libya very well. Mohammed Gaddafi ruled the country of Libya very, very well. But his own people were against him. Today, when Gaddafi died, do you see the end of Libya? Brothers, do you see the end of Libya? Do you see the end of Libya? Even if white people are among doing contradictory, acting, Gaddafi will say no. But Africans, because of money, he will take the money and save it in New York City, or save it in, what do you call it, Zurich, the Second World Bank. Either he save it in New York City or he save it in Zurich, and then any evil action will happen, make it happen. Africans, we need to change. We need to change. Some will go to church from January to December, and that love is fake love. It's fake love. Believe me. Those who acted fighting against those people, destroying their things, many of them are going to church. Believe me. Brother, believe me. Many of them are going to church. But at the end of the day, they will go and stand in the church. Father, in the name of Jesus Christ, I sin against you. Please forgive me. Yeah. God will not talk. Have you heard God talking? God will not talk. It's up to us to favor one another, to have love for one another. And that will save Africa. So I want to end here. Anybody who is listening to me now, if you get the message, please subscribe or share to your fellow brothers so that they also have the message, have the information that Africa, we need to come together as one. And it will be better for Africa. Bob Marley, the Rastafarian, they say Africa unites. Africa unites. Africa unites. We need to unite. Thank you very much for watching my message, watching my YouTube channel. I'm John K. See you next time. Have a nice day. Bye.